The number one car on this list has a worse resale value than a wedding dress, and at least 3 cars on this list are parked in your neighbor's driveway right now. Before you get mad, just hear me out. You might end up agreeing, and that's going to be worse. This isn't a list of bad cars. That would be easy. This is a list of cars that people genuinely desire, save up for, dream about, and then quietly list on Auto Trader 11 months later with adult owned, well maintained in the description, which is car seller code for I'm done pretending. 7. The Jeep Wrangler. I already hear it. You don't get it. It's a lifestyle. I do get it. That's the problem. The lifestyle is sitting in traffic on the freeway in a vehicle that drives like a shopping cart with a death wish. The road noise at highway speed is genuinely medically impressive. You could study it. People buy Wranglers because they picture Moab, Utah. They end up in a Target parking lot in Ohio with a check engine light and $30 a gallon fuel anxiety, and the doors off thing. Incredible for photos. Less incredible when it rains and your interior smells like a public pool for the next 2 weeks. If you wheel it every weekend, respect. If your Wrangler's toughest obstacle is a speed bump at Whole Foods, you bought a costume, not a car. Tell me I'm wrong. Actually, don't. I already know the comment section is coming for me. 6. The Volkswagen Golf GTI. I'm going to say something that might get me banned from car forums. The GTI is overrated, not as a driving experience. That part is real. The steering is great, it's quick enough, and the interior punches above its weight. But the ownership experience is death by 1,000 paper cuts. Nothing catastrophic, just a steady, quiet rhythm of repairs that each cost slightly more than feels reasonable. Water pump, thermostat, some sensor you've never heard of. Each bill is like $200 more than you expected every single time forever. GTI owners defend this car the way people defend their horoscope, with passion, with loyalty, and with no interest in hearing the math. I like the GTI, I just think it gaslights people into thinking they're saving money. Disagree? You probably own one. 5. The Tesla Model 3. I know, breathe. The Model 3 is fast, it's efficient, the tech is cool for about 3 weeks, and then you notice the panel gaps, and then you sit in the back seat and realize it was designed by someone who has never had legs. And then one day your screen goes black while you're driving and you can't adjust the AC or see your speed because Tesla decided physical buttons were beneath them. And the charging thing, it's fine if you have a garage. It's a whole second job if you don't. People who love the Model 3 talk about torque. People who sold their Model 3 talk about build quality, service centers, and the windshield wiper button. The car is impressive technology wrapped in questionable execution. That's not hate, that's a consumer report with feelings. 4. The BMW 3 Series. The used one specifically. There's a reason you can buy a 10-year-old BMW for the price of a Honda Civic, and that reason has a name. It's called the cooling system. Older 3 Series cars leak oil the way normal cars burn fuel. It's just part of the experience. The electronics age like they're speed-running obsolescence. I once talked to a guy whose E90 would randomly disable the passenger window for no diagnostic reason. Just chose violence on a Tuesday. And here's the cruel part. It still drives beautifully. The steering, the balance, the way it takes a corner. All of it is just good enough to keep you forgiving things that no rational person should forgive. The BMW 3 Series is a toxic relationship you pay insurance on. And somehow people keep going back. You know who you are. 3. The Subaru WRX. Every car guy has either owned a WRX or seriously thought about it at 2 in the morning on Craigslist. The rally pedigree, the turbo noises, the all-wheel drive. On paper, it's the perfect enthusiast car. In practice, it's a race car interior bolted to a sedan that rides like the suspension is personally angry at you. The plastics on the dashboard feel like they came from a vending machine. The infotainment system, depending on the year, is either basic or an active enemy of usability, and finding a clean, unmodified one is like finding a unicorn in a junkyard. Every used WRX has been stage 2'd by someone named Kyle, who promises he babied it. He did not baby it. The WRX is a car you fall in love with at a car meet, and fall out of love with on your 3rd trip to the mechanic. Some of you felt that one, I know. 2. The Range Rover. If this car were a person, it would be gorgeous, well-dressed, always late, and borrowing money from you constantly. The Range Rover might be the most beautiful SUV ever built. The interior is absurd, the presence on the road is unmatched, and the reliability is so bad, it's basically folklore at this point. Air suspension problems, electrical issues that even the dealer can't fully explain, infotainment screens that reboot mid-drive like they're installing Windows updates. Maintenance costs don't care that you already spent 6 figures. They actually seem encouraged by it. The Range Rover is the only car where leasing isn't just smart, it's self-defense. If you bought one used, out of warranty, with your own money, I don't have a joke. I just have respect for your bravery and concern for your finances. 1. The Maserati Ghibli. This car depreciated so hard it should come with a support group. You can buy a 3-year-old Ghibli for less than a loaded Camry. Think about that. A car with a trident on the hood, an Italian name, and a genuinely beautiful exhaust note. And it's worth less than the most boring, reliable sedan on the planet. That's not a red flag, that's a red parade. The interior uses Chrysler parts. Not inspired by Chrysler, actual Chrysler switchgear. The driving experience is fine, and fine is the most devastating word you can use for an Italian luxury car. Nobody buys a Maserati to feel fine. You buy it to feel something, and the Ghibli makes you feel like you overpaid, which you did, even at the discounted price. I'm not trying to be cruel, Maserati has real history and real greatness in its lineup. The Ghibli just isn't where you find it. It's the participation trophy of the luxury car world. And if you own one and disagree, I genuinely want to hear your defense, because I've never heard a convincing one. So that's the list. 7 cars that are better as screensavers than daily drivers. Some of you own one of these right now, and you're either nodding or composing a paragraph in the comments. Either way, I want to hear it. What car did I miss? What car should be number 1 next time? Drop it below. And if you made it this far, you might as well subscribe, because next week's list is going to be worse. Thanks for watching.